we said it earlier on about intimacy. We all crave that. I think we all want that in however form you would call it. But we've all been in, I'm getting quite deep here, and I don't know if they'll let me put this out on the radio, but we've all been in situations where if you don't feel that intimacy with that person, then it is just essentially you're going through a process. I think that's the only way I can try and describe it. I'm bearing in mind it's going out on lunchtime radio. You do need a degree of intimacy in life.
Yes. I think we all know the feeling when you've been with, when you're with somebody that you really love and your hearts are connected. It feels like you're singing the same song together, and you've just got that beautiful feeling of being held. It's almost as how it feels when you're a child and you're held by your parent. You have this beautiful feeling of being complete. As you become an adult, we're taught we're no longer allowed to have that kind of connection, that beautiful intimacy, and then conditioning kicks in, and there are all these kind of like hoops that you have to jump through to get to the cuddle. And if we're lucky, some of the conditioning loops we learn are healthy, and we find ways to get to the cuddle. Yeah. For some of us, we learn conditioning loops which are not that healthy, and we end up having to we do things that we're not actually enjoying to get to this place where we can hold each other and be properly connected. And a lot of our work with conscious intimacy is around how do we access that cuddle without having to jump through any hoops that we don't actually enjoy jumping through. Yeah. And maybe we could just ask each other for a cuddle without.
If that's what you're looking for.
It's whatever you're looking for. I mean, your example is a cuddle, but maybe someone else's example is something else. But it's some type of intimacy that you think you have to do this or do that in order to get. And what if we can just ask for the thing we actually want, and we don't have to do any of the other things? Yeah.
What is the... whether I don't know if I'm even meant to ask this question. What if it's not a cuddle? What is the common thing that people are asking for? In my head, it's still a cuddle because that's what you've mentioned. But
I think there isn't a common thing. I think there is a lot of variation, and I mean, it comes down to intimacy, but there's so many different expressions of intimacy. Like one of the exercises we do is to get people into groups of 3 or 4, and then they get to each person takes it in turn, and they get to ask for what they want from the other. Some of them want a massage, some of them want to be sung to, some of them want to be able to share something that's like on their heart, some of them want to be held while they cry. Like there's such a spectrum, and it does come down to intimacy.